let's start. Let us start how to solve the second order linear differential equation. You know well, linear differential equation of second order linear differential equation of second order in is d2y upon dx square plus p dy upon dx plus qy is equal to r. This is equation number 1, where p, q and r are functions of x alone. Today we shall discuss the process through which we can solve the such type of linear differential equation of second order. Actually, there are 4 methods are given to solve such type of differential equation, which is known as linear differential equation of second order. There are 4 methods, and we shall discuss today one by one these 4 methods with example to solve the second order linear differential equation. You know well, the method number 1, when one part of complementary function CF is known. This method is a method of reduction of order. This method is method of reduction of order. Actually, when one part of complementary function is known through this differential equation, then we can solve by method of reduction of order, and it is solved when one part of complementary function is given and known, and this method is called method 1. The second method, method 2, removal of first derivative. And this method is known as normal form. Actually, when we remove the first derivative, then it gets a normal form, and so it is known as removal of first derivative and normal form. Method 3, method of change of independent variable. You know well, when you are given a differential equation in terms of x and y, x is known as independent variable and y is known as dependent variable, and this method is useful when we change x by another new variable z, and that's why the method is known as change of independent variable. The last method is method number 4. Method of variation of parameter. Method of variation of parameter, and these 4 methods are very useful to solve the differential equation. So we can say these methods is useful to solve the linear differential equation of second order. We shall discuss these methods one by one. We shall discuss these methods one by one. So let's start with the first method. Method 1 is to find the complete solution of a linear differential equation of second order when one part of complementary function CF is known, and the method is known as reduction of order. Method of reduction of order. We know that. Let us consider the standard form of linear differential equation of second order is d2y upon dx square plus p dy by dx plus qy is equal to r. This is taken as equation number 1, where p, q and r are function of x alone. It is well known whenever you are given to solve any differential equation. Earlier I have discussed a linear differential equation of nth order with constant coefficient, and I have discussed to find the linear differential equation with constant coefficient by getting complementary function and particular integral. You know well, the complementary function is obtained by left hand side making equal to 0, that is r equal to 0. When we take r equal to 0, and the rest of the differential equation gets 0, this value, and so this part gives the complementary function. And the second part, when we take the value of r by particular integral, and when you write the differential equation y is equal to complementary function plus particular integral, we get the entire solution, complete solution. Today, this method is to find the complete solution of a linear differential equation of second order when one part of complementary function is known. Let u is one part of complementary function Cf. It is given. That means y is equal to u is a solution of differential equation d2y upon dx square plus p dy upon dx plus qy is equal to 0, which gives a2u upon dx square plus b du upon dx plus qu is equal to 0. This is taken as equation number 2. When one part of complementary function given, then this y is equal to u is a solution of differential equation, making right hand side 0. You get this u, y equal to u is being a solution of this differential equation. So y is equal to u will satisfy this differential equation, and when we take at the place of y is u, you get d2u upon dx square plus p du upon dx plus q u is equal to 0. Now, as per this process concerned, we suppose y is equal to u into v. This is taken as equation number 3. Is complete solution of differential equation 1. This one, where v is a new variable a function of x, where v is a new variable and a function of x to be determined. Just to be determined. You have supposed y is equal to u into v, equation number 3 is a solution of is a complete solution of differential equation 1. So in this y is equal to u into v will satisfy the differential equation 1. In such cases, you try to find the dy by dx from this equation 3, d2y upon dx square in this equation 3 by getting differentiated one time and two times of equation 3, and then we try to put the values in equation 3, and these values will satisfy the equation 1. So from 3 you get dy upon dx, and this is differentiating u dv upon dx plus v du upon dx, and d2y upon dx square, when we differentiate this again with respect to x, it will be u d2v upon dx square plus 2 times du upon dx dv upon dx plus v into d2u upon dx square. So these values, putting these values in equation 1, these values in equation 1, we get u d2v upon dx square plus 2 du upon dx into dv upon dx plus v d2pu upon dx square. This is the value of d2y upon dx square plus p. You know dy upon dx is u dv upon dx plus v into du upon dx plus q into u into v is equal to r. It is only because y, you have taken y is equal to u into v is by equation 3 is a complete solution of a given differential equation 1. So this y is equal to u into v will satisfy the differential equation 1. In that case, you find dy upon dx, d2y upon dx square, and these values of y dy by dx and d2y by dx square will satisfy the differential equation 1. And so on putting these values in equation 1, we get the new equation, and here is the new equation. Now you write this u d2b upon dx square plus, I am just collecting the terms of containing dv upon dx. So this term contains dv upon dx, and this term contains dv upon dx. So taking these terms together and dv upon dx taking common, so you can get 2 du upon dx plus p into u dv upon dx plus. Now I am going to take terms containing v. Here is v. Here is this term is contains v. This term contains v as well as this term contains v, and v is taken common. By taking together, you get d2 u upon dx square plus p du upon dx plus q u into v is equal to r. Now we use the equation number 3 too, because it is given u is a one part of CF. That's why we have got this equation 2. So using equation 2 in the above equation, using equation 2 in the above equation, we can get u d2v upon dx square plus 2 du upon dx plus pu dv upon dx is equal to r, because this becomes 0. Now this further can be written as by dividing by u dtv upon dx square plus 2 upon u du upon dx plus p dv upon dx is equals r upon u. I am dividing this value. Let us take dv upon dx is equals small p, and d2v upon dx square is equal to dp upon dx. Then we can get it is dp upon dx plus 2 upon u du upon dx plus capital P small p is equals r by u. This is taken as equation number. I have taken 3. This is equation number 4. It is very clear that equation 4 is a linear differential equation of first order and first degree. It seems that this differential equation 4 is a linear differential equation of first order and of first degree in B and X. So we find integrating factor IM, it is integral e to the power 2 upon u du upon dx plus p dx, and this can be solved e to the power integral 2 upon u du upon dx into dx plus integral p into dx, and this can be written as e to the power integral 2 upon u du plus integral p dx, and of course this integrating factor is now e to the power integral 2 upon u du into e to the power integral p dx, and you know e to the power integral 2 upon u du is e to the power log 2 times log u into e to the power integral p dx, and if 2 log u means e to the power log u square e to the power integral p dx, and it is well known e to the power log u square is u square e to the power integral p dx, you know. So we have integrating factor is u square e to the power integral p dx, and hence we can write the solution of differential equation 4. The solution of differential equation 4 is p into integrating factor integral r by u into integrating factor dx plus a constant c. So here p into integrating factor is u square e to the power integral p dx is equals r by u into u square e to the power integral p dx entire integration plus a constant c. So when we transpose from u square e to the power p dx, when we send this from left hand side to right hand side, you will find here small p is equal to 1 by u square e to the power minus integral p dx, and integration of r u e to the power integral p dx into r dx plus c1 upon u square e to the power integral minus p dx. You know what is p? What is p? P is equal to 1 upon u square e to the power minus integral p dx, and r into u e to the power integral p dx entire dx with plus c1 upon u square e to the power minus integral p dx. I have taken p is how much? You know, this p is dv upon dx. So we can write here dv upon dx is equal to e to the power integral p dx upon u square integration in bracket r u e to the power integral p dx dx plus c1 upon u square e to the power minus integral p dx. Of course, this is minus integral p dx. Further, when we take dv is equal to e to the power minus integral p dx upon u square integral r u e to the power integral p dx dx plus c1 upon u square e to the power minus integral p dx into dx. Integrating above, we get v is equal to entire integration e e to the power minus integral p dx upon u square integration r u e to the power integral p dx integration dx plus c1 upon u square e to the power minus integral p dx. So, after getting this value, on solving right hand side, we can get the value of new variable b and putting this value of b in the equation y is equal to u into b, you have supposed we get the required solution, required complete solution. So this completes the process 1. Let me explain the process. Let me explain the process. What you have done. Actually, it is a process known as reduction of order, method of reduction of order. And this process, method of reduction of order, is applicable when one part of complementary function is given. You have given u is a part of complementary function. You have supposed y is equal to u into v is a complete solution of the differential equation. And then by supposing this u is given, v is not given, you have supposed v, y is equal to u into v is a complete solution. And so y, this value of y u into v will satisfy the given differential equation. And on solving and putting these values of u and v in terms of u and v from dy by dx and d2y by dx square in that given differential equation, you get a new differential equation in terms of v and x, and then after solving v and x, you get the value of v, and this value of v, putting this value of v in y is equal to u into v, u is known and v is obtained here, and this ui is equal to u in v will constitute the required complete solution. Now sometimes, as per your question concern, it is asked how to find the one part of complementary function when one part of CF is not given. Even then, you are asked to solve the differential equation by the method of reduction of order. In that case, by trial and inspection method, it is given some rules to find the one part of complementary function. A may be any positive number, and if a square plus a into p plus q equals 0, in that situation, we can get one part of CF is e to the power of ax. You know, p is taken from the differential equation, second order, linear differential equation of second order, and so q is also taken from the linear differential of second order. A square plus a into p plus q equals 0, then one part of complementary function is e to the power ax. And this rule 1 gives to another rule. When you take in this equation a equals 1, you can get 1 plus p plus q equals 0, That is a, if 1 plus p equals plus q equal to 0, then one part of CF is e to the power x, because a, you have taken a is equals 1, so one part of CF is e to the power ax. At the place of ax, a is 1, so e to the power x. When we take if a is equals minus 1 in this equation, you will find here 1 minus p plus q equals 0, and then one part of CF is e to the power minus x. And this, meaning thereby, whenever you are given a linear differential equation of second order, d2y upon dx square plus p dy upon dx plus qy is equals r, and you are asked to solve this differential equation by method of reduction of order, and it is not given one part of complementary function. With the help of these methods, you can find the one part of complementary function, and then we apply the method of reduction of order, and we can get the solution of differential equation required. Now the second rule is, m is taken any positive integer, and m into m minus 1 plus p m into x into p plus q x square is equals 0, then one part of CF is taken as x to the power m. And this equation leads to another rule. When we take m equals 1 in this equation, you get the first term of this equation is 0, and second term is x into p plus qx squared is equals 0, and after simplifying this you can get, if p plus qx equal to 0, then one part of CF is x. And when we take m equals 2 in this equation, you can get, if 2 plus p 2px plus qx squared is equals 0, then one part of complementary function is x square. So whenever you are asked to find the solution of linear differential equation of second order by the method of reduction of order, and one part of complementary function is not given, with the help of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rules, you can find easily the one part of complementary function, and then we apply the method of reduction of order, we solve the differential equation of second order. Now we shall discuss the, let's start the this method by means of which how to solve the differential equation. I am taking an example. Solve the differential equation sin square x d2y upon dx square is equals 2y, given that y is equals cot x is a solution of it. When you write the solution here, first you write the solution here. What is given? It is given that y is equal to cot x is a solution. That means u is equal to cot x is a part of CF of given differential equation. Sin square x d2y upon dx square is equals to 2y. This is taken as equation number 1. Sometimes it is given, solve this differential equation. It is given that y is equals cot x is integral of this differential equation. In that situation, we also treat u is equal to cot x is a part of the complementary function. Now we suppose by the method of reduction of order, we suppose y is equal to u is cot x into v. This is taken as equation number 2. Is complete solution of differential equation 1. Then dy by dx is equals cot x dv upon dx minus cosec square x into v, and d2y upon dx square is equals cot x d2v upon dx square minus 2 times cosec square x v dv upon dx minus cosec square x into v. Sorry, I have taken the differentiation of this one. So when we take a cost of cot x as it is differentiation of this is d2v upon dx square, and again dv upon dx remains same, and cot x gets is minus cosec square x, and this is minus cosec square x v. So it is 2 times dv is dv upon dx, so it is 2 times, and then minus 2. Here is minus v, and to d by dx of cosec square x is 2 cosec x, and minus plus cosec x cot x. So this minus 2 plus and 2 times v cosec square x into cot x. So putting these values, of y dy by dx d2y by dx square in equation 1. In equation 1 we get sin square x d2y by dx square is cot x d2v upon dx square minus 2 cosec square x dv upon dx plus 2v cosec square x cot x. This is the d2y upon dx square, and right hand side is 2y, y is cot x into v, cot x into v. When we multiply this, we get sin square x into cot x d2v upon dx square minus 2 sin square and cosec square gets cancelled. This dv upon dx plus sin square x cosec square get cancelled 2v cot x is equals 2v cot x. And after that, when we proceed this by, then we get here is sin square x and cos x upon sin x. It is sin x cos x, and d2v upon dx square minus 2 dv upon dx and here is plus 2v cot x, and again is 2v cot x, 2v cot x, 2v cot x may be cancelled, and so it becomes 0. So now it depends to solve this differential equation to find the value of v. So start with this differential equation. Okay. Now sin x into cos x d2v upon dx square minus 2dv upon dx equal to 0, and this can be written as d2v upon dx square is equal to 2 upon sin x cos x dv upon dx. Let us take